Peace. What's the word? Now, in this video, I'm talking about the African American culture and guns. Now, it's funny to me, right? How I can really see the effect, you know, like growing up, right? My mother was very strict. Like, my mother did not allow me to play with guns in any shape, form, or fashion, dude. I remember growing up, my friends from the block were buying well, their parents were buying them like the Nerf guns. Back in the day, we had the styrofoam pellet with the suction cup on the end, you know, and all my friends had them, and I was begging my mother. I'm like, yo, ma, please, please, I just want the Nerf gun. I want the Nerf gun. She was saying no for the longest, dude. My mother wouldn't even allow me to get a water gun. She wouldn't even allow me to get a water gun, bro. But see, I kept begging, I kept begging. Eventually, she caved in. I never got a water gun. Even at the age of 24, I don't know what it feels like to have a water gun. Not one of my own, at least, you know. But she caved in. She bought me a Nerf gun for Christmas one time. Actually, I think I got two Nerf guns for Christmas. And then eventually, my friends from the block they elevated. These guys moved up a notch and they got BB guns. Now, this is how I know guns were a bad thing, bro. And I'm about to tell you guys a story from an article I was reading down in Atlanta. And I'm telling you guys, man, this is how it happens. You see what I'm saying? So look, when my friends elevated to the BB guns, right? I asked my mother for a BB gun. She definitely said no. Listen, she had to like bend it forward a little bit for the Nerf gun only because I begged so much. But at that time, I was under 10. By the time the BB guns came around, I think I was around 14, 15, around there. And I'm like, yo, bro, I wanted a BB gun too. All my mans had one. So, right, one day, I'm at one of my friends' house, right? It's three of us over there. Well, it's three in total, right? And the person who actually owns the house, well, my friend, his parents, he has the BB gun. Me and my other friend, we just over there chilling, right? So I'm playing with the BB gun and, I'm loading it up, shooting it, this, that, and the third. And crazy, crazy, right? I accidentally shoot my friend in the face with the BB gun, bro. And for anybody that play with BB guns, man, them pellets is no joke. You get shot with a BB gun up close enough, especially in a spot with exposed skin, trust me, bro, it's going to leave a mark. It's going to leave damage on your skin. So, and thank God, but man, I shot my friend in the face with a BB gun and the pellet hit him directly in between his eyebrows, in between his eyes, like, in that little space right above your nose. And it left a circle mark on his forehead. And he was so mad at me, bro. And we almost fought. And I don't blame him because, again, I shot him in the face. You know what I'm saying? So from that moment on, I do not like to play with guns. Even now, I currently own guns, but I don't play with them. I don't aim them at nobody. I don't do all that extra stuff. No, 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 no. Man, listen, because even back then, I realized how dangerous guns are, bro. Again, that was a BB gun. So if you hear about stories how kids are finding their parents' gun, playing with the gun, shooting their brains out and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Or kids playing with the guns with their friends and things are happening, man. Again, I shot my own mans with a BB gun and it wasn't intentional. It was straight up accident, bro. But again, it hit him in the face, right? So moving into my story, April 29th, I believe the incident happened on the 28th and the story was published on the 29th. But whatever day Sunday was in the past week, because as I make this video, it's now May 3rd. So I believe Sunday, yeah. That was the 29th, 28th, around there. Anyways, article saying police says two teenagers playing with a gun at a friend's home in Atlanta has left one hospitalized and the other facing serious charges. The incident happened around 9. Sorry for the interruption, right? But the incident happened around 9:15 p.m. Sunday on the 1100 block of Oak Knoll Terrace. Police say two 16-year-old friends were playing with the BB gun when one of them accidentally fired it, shooting the other in the face. Didn't I tell you the story about me and my mans and I shot him in the face? Officers say the victim was unconscious when he was rushed to the hospital. Despite being badly injured, he is expected to have a good recovery, but faces a long road to recovery. The teen who discharged the gun was arrested and charged. Police have not released details about the charges he is facing. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. 16. And I told you the story about me and my friends when we were like 14, 15. So it goes to show how guns are placed in front of us and we think it's cool to play with them. First of all, most of us learn about guns through television first because even if you grow up in the hood, I mean, don't get me wrong, your parents might own a gun, your next door neighbor might have a gun. You know, you go outside with your friends, he might steal his parents' gun. The older niggas from the block, they might have a gun, you know what I'm saying? And you know, in the black community, man, guns are put in your face at an early age. And again, most parents, I realize, like my mom was one of the few mothers who wasn't going for that, but my mother's Caribbean. She's from the islands. Island people are not playing that stuff. I realize, and it's no diss towards Americans, but I realize, you know, owning a gun is like, what is that? The Second Amendment right? And, you know, I guess parents, they feel like, yo, they don't really mind their children having guns. They don't really care about it. And I guess they might have faith that their children can know right from wrong. But, you know, when you're growing up black, and see, times are different now, man. You know, if you're over the age of 50, guns probably didn't interest you in a way where like, yo, you only had a gun if you was in the streets. It's guys now who have guns. They're not in the streets, but yet, you know, it's like a lot of young guys now, man, they're anime characters, dude. They're like a crash out anime character. The one who just always goes out bad. And it's just crazy to me. But again, first of all, how are people getting these guns? Most guns in the black community are shipped in through the non-black. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows that. Everybody knows how drugs and guns get into the black community. It's not through us. I mean, yeah, blacks may sell it, but it's not imported into the hood, you know what I'm saying, by actual black people. So, but it's funny because the TV shows now, even back then, right? Certain TV shows, certain movies, like they always place these guns in front of you, man. Listen, I remember growing up, if you watch any early 2000s, late 90s, or just 90s general black movies, man, they always showed you guns. They always showed you how black men had these Desert Eagles, Glock 23s, Glock 40s, Glock 17s. They show you black men with AR-7, you know, AR-15s, M16s, AK-47s. It's like, man, come on. In the black community, man, all they want us to do is just play with guns, play with guns, play with guns. And again, shooting your mans in the face, man. Do you guys realize how many of these stories occur every year? Bro, I've seen stories of just how babies will find a parent's gun, accidentally blow his brains out. You feel me? Friends playing with their friend gun, and he shoot his man by accident. But why is it that people want to play with guns? See, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And once I experienced shooting my own friend with a BB gun, when guys got guns, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't care if I sound pussy. Oh, I'm scary. I don't go around niggas because most niggas, N-I-G-G-A-S's, they don't have gun safety knowledge. Most dudes, and this is the part that always killed me, right? Always killed me. Most black men want a Glock. If you know anything about guns, Glocks do not have a safety. So you should not be playing with a fucking Glock. If you own a Glock, you should have the utmost gun safety knowledge ever, dude. If you're reloading a gun, always point it at the ground. If you want to dry fire it, test fire it, you aim it at the ground. Why are you aiming it at somebody? Black men want to take pictures holding the gun to the camera, holding the gun to their head. aiming a gun at their friend like they cool or something. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Listen, I understand sometimes as kids, kids are being quote unquote being kids, but I'm telling you, man, these guns, dude. Again, one's I don't really see it from other races, man. When you see a non-black get a gun, he's thinking, okay, I have this weapon, I can protect myself, I can protect my family, and that's it. When you see an NIGGAS or NIGGERS or a ninja get a gun, man, he want to act cool. He's taking pictures on Instagram. He flexed on his Snapchat story. He making Instagram stories how he taking pictures and riding around, Glocky in the camera, Blicky in the camera. These dudes sleeping next to the gun every day. Man, it's crazy, man. These guys treat a gun like it's a piece of candy or some shit. These guys treated Glock 40, a Glock 23 like it's an Xbox controller. Come on, son, stop playing. Like, why is it with? And I understand, dude. I'm not putting all of the blame on the children. I understand through TV, through the television, through the movies. They showed us this stuff, so black men they think it's cool. But again, I remember watching American Dad back in the day, right? And it was an episode where Haley, I think Haley, she shoots Stan, but in the beginning of the episode, Haley was complaining, guns are dangerous, guns hurt people, and I guess Stan, I don't know what he was doing, but maybe he was like sneaking in the house. Haley caught the gun. Haley grabbed the gun and she shoots Stan, and Stan is in a wheelchair, and she feels bad. And Stan is like an advocate for the guns because he worked for the CIA and stuff like that. Anyways, right? The whole thing with that was Stan said, guns don't kill people, people kill people. And that's a true statement because, again, a gun cannot control itself. A gun is not controlled by AI. A gun is controlled by a man or a person, So you shooting your friend in the face by accident, I mean, bro, it's not really an accident. Why was you even aiming the gun at him in the first place? You see what I'm saying? And sadly, but to say that 16-year-old man, he's gonna end up doing a life sentence. Whether they knock it down, they can really prove it was an accident. I mean, bro, he's gonna have to sit in jail for at least 10 years. He did almost murder somebody. They said his friend will have a long road to recovery. I mean, getting shot in the face, most people are not 50 Cent. 50 Cent was shot in the face. He was shot in the body 9 times and 1 in the face. And, that was a lucky case where the man actually survived. But, bro, it goes to show you how, listen, these guns are no joke. And again, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Now, look at my screen, right? I got something serious for you guys. I'm about to read another article, right? And Diamond Gun to the left, Devin Pettis to the right, male, female. 3 students arrested after guns found in Newton High School. Again, this is in Atlanta. I told you guys about the South. The South is ridiculous when it comes to guns. Now, if you look at any black city up north, down south, on the West Coast, blacks are shooting other blacks at an alarming rate. But in the South, the Second Amendment right is really pushed. So you can own a gun. Listen, in the state of Georgia, if you are 18 and you do not have a criminal background, you can buy a gun from a gun store, a pawn shop, whatever the case may be, and you do not need a background check, and you do not need a license to be a license to carry, whether it's concealed or unconcealed. You do not need a license. All you have to be is 18 without a criminal background, and you can own a firearm. Mind you, I've been in Georgia since I was 18. When I first moved to Georgia in 2017, there was a law in place where if you wanted to own a pistol, you had to be over the age of 21 with a clean criminal background. You was able to buy rifles and a shotgun. But that was just what, 7, 8 years ago. Now you can own a pistol without being over the age of 21. You could be 18 and you still need a criminal free background. But even back then, you had to have a license to carry, concealed and unconcealed. Now you don't need anything. Down south is the wild, wild west. I even seen they passed that same law in Louisiana. Louisiana and Mississippi are like the poorest states in the country. The IQ down there is low. Listen, in the deep south, the IQ is low. These guys will shoot you for whatever reason, dude. They don't need a reason. They in the south, black men are straight head busters. They don't listen. It's a different type of demonic spirit that plagues the South, where black men, they will shoot you and go eat a bowl of cereal right afterwards. Black men will shoot you and go eat buckets of fried chicken right afterwards and not give a fuck. Sleeping good tonight. Sleeping good tonight, right? Now check me out. Newton County, Georgia. Deputies in Newton County have arrested 3 students after finding guns inside a high school earlier this month. According to a police report obtained by Channel 2 Action News, administrators found a loaded extended magazine on one of the students on April 15th. Why is it? And that too, man. Okay, all these guys, they got guns, they got all this stuff. What's with these extended clips? I'm telling you, in the black community, I'm telling you, in the African American culture, having a gun, it's just it's an image thing. It's to look cool. Look cool for what? Sex. I don't care what nobody has to say. Black men, they get guns for sex. Black men buy guns because, again, black women pick black men who are not productive. Black women, they want the street nigga. They want the guy who on Instagram, he's posting a Glock 22 extended mag. He's posting a Glock 17 drum on it. They posting the guy with the AP pistol. It's crazy, man. Why do you need an extended clip? Most men are like the GTA character, man. Listen, when you playing Grand Theft Auto online and your shooting rank is going up, before you become like an elite shooter, it's a category called pray and spray. Most black men who have an extended clip on his gun, the extended clip is just for the fact where he knows he's gonna miss. He's praying and spraying. He's holding his head down, covering his eyes, shooting that motherfucker, hoping to hit somebody. But again, you're 15, 16, you're in high school. What are you doing with a gun? What are you doing with an extended clip on a gun? And for people who do not know, Newton County is east. It is east of Atlanta, like 40 minutes, 45 minutes away. It's not even in the metro Atlanta. Them guys are in the country. Those guys are in the country. What are you doing with guns, extended clips, and that at the high school? What the fuck? If you got ops for real, you gonna shoot your ops at the school? I'm telling you, in the South, the IQ is very low. It's very low amongst these black men because they want these guns. And I have another story I'm gonna tell at the end of this, right? The school was placed on lockdown and deputies investigated. While looking through the students' phone, they found a video showing 2 students holding guns. When they found the second student, they found another gun matching the other gun seen in the video. So both of you dumbasses brought the gun to school? Jesus. First of all, think about this. How did the administrator know the first student even had a gun? That means somebody snitched. But people don't even realize, man, it goes to show, right? And going back to that picture, man, look at my screen. You see the female to the left, the guy to the right. I'm telling you, it's for sex. I don't know what the female involvement is, but they were saying how, listen, all 3 was arrested. One of the 3 is a juvenile, but Pettis and Gunn, the male and the female, she's not in jail right now. But the black man with the dreadlocks, guess where he's at? Sitting in a youth detention center Pretty much he's in jail, but for jail for kids. Come on, bro. And the fact that he's in a youth detention center, it goes to show he's under 16. So it goes to show, like, come on, bro. Come on. And it's also funny. I worked a warehouse job, right? Shortly after I moved to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, right? I'm working with a group of guys from Newton County at a warehouse, right? These guys tell me how, listen, and I remember watching the news the prior weekend and seeing it, right? These guys told me how at Newton High School, and the guy who told me the story was a guy who was involved in the actual crime. But he told me there was a gun sale, and it made the news too, Channel 2 Action News. It made the news, right? But the guy told me how he was involved in an illegal sale of a gun at the school. And apparently, whoever the guy was selling the gun, he was robbed by the buyer at gunpoint. You feel me? And the buyer, I'm sorry, no, the seller, he told, and it was a whole commotion. The police got involved, news, they showed up to the school, they put the school on lockdown, all because somebody got robbed for trying to sell a gun. What are you doing with a gun at the fucking school? Listen, how hard is it to go meet up with somebody after school? You know what I'm saying? However guys do it. Everybody got a friend, an older friend or a friend your age with a vehicle. I mean, you guys couldn't walk. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Down south, you can't walk nowhere, especially out in that county where those guys live at. If you live in like Fulton County, you know, anywhere in the zones 1 through 6, maybe you can walk. But if you live in Metro Atlanta, you can't walk nowhere. There are no fucking sidewalks down south. You know what I'm saying? There are no sidewalks in Georgia. You live in Metro Atlanta, there are no sidewalks. So, but anyways, why would you bring the gun to school? Getting robbed for a gun at school? Not to mention the guys that robbed the seller, they robbed him with a gun with no clip inside of it. Man, it's just, again, man, when it comes to the South, guns, I mean, just black men in general with guns. Young black men, I guess the brainwashing that well, no. The brain, because when you wash something, you clean it. The brain toxins, the brain, whatever you want to call it, dude. That's the bullshit that was being installed into black men over the last 30 to 40 years with guns. And I guess the Generation Z, they are getting the worst of the back end of this stuff, because I'm telling you, man, guns right now, they're glorified. Guns, man, listen, black men, they got all types of guns, man. Black men can name you every gun from a SMG to a pistol to an assault rifle, but these guys can't even get B's in school. These guys can't even be a straight C student. But you can name every gun. How does that benefit you? Why do you even have a gun, man? Black men talking about, oh, I got ops. How? You realize listen, if you're not in a gang, how do you have ops? That's because guys out here doing stuff to other men, pause. Guys out here doing stuff, antagonizing men like a female. You know, it's just crazy, man. And I really don't like the fact that guns are just so big in our community. Because again, when you look at non-blacks, forget the non-black people that want to be black and they want to, you know what I'm saying? Forget those people, right? When you look at the majority of what Caucasians, Hispanics, Asian people, Italians, Russians, whatever people, right? Whatever ethnicity and race. When you look at them people, man, you don't see their youth glorifying guns the way black men glorify guns. I'm telling you, man, when you turn on the news, especially in Atlanta, this is why I said you guys don't want to move to Atlanta. I got videos coming, man. Black men have been dying all week, all last week and all this week. So why is it in the black community, when black men get a gun, they want to be cool? Like, guys automatically think getting a gun, your cool points go up by 5. But I'm telling you, it's for the sex. It's for the black pussy. I mean, I understand you can exercise your Second Amendment right, but these guys are in high school. What are you doing with a gun in high school? Man, you know, all you can do is just pray for the black community, man. But personally, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a whole $150 with you, right? Living in Atlanta, it will make you give up on black people. And I feel like, yo, that's why I have to leave because I'm like, I'm past the breaking point. I'm like 75, 25. 25%, meaning I still care about my people, but 75% of me, I'm like, y'all don't give a fuck because I realize, yo, you really can't help black people. They don't want the help. You know what I'm saying? So the best you can do is, man, listen, if you don't want to assimilate, you don't want the group think mindset, you have to, first of all, move away. You know, the more money you get, or at least the more money I get, the farther away from niggas I'm going to move. If I can live on an island by my damn self, listen, I'll do that shit, bro. Because niggas, niggas will take your life, man. But anyways, I'm out. Peace.